chance. They don't want to have to use the lifeline.
Yeah,
Phreak.
yeah, and they're difficult lifelines anyway. It's like beat Impulse or beat Cloud9. Like most teams can't do either of those things. So definitely work cut out for Counter Logic Gaming. The Karthus ban, I think no one is surprised. And the question is, Team Impulse, they know they are facing real competition. You can say, oh, they were sleeping on Dig, they were sleeping on Winterfox, they were sleeping on Coast. The question I want to pose almost prematurely here is, they are placing against a very, very strong team in Counter Logic Gaming. This is their chance to make a mark and say, we are so darn strong, we can crush these guys. I want to see what Impulse comes out.
Yeah, and even so, I don't, like, they would have to have been sleeping for a very long time. For no real reason. And I feel like this is definitely their time to step up, though. They know the pressure is on now. Mm-hmm. As you said, though, doesn't have huge implications for them.
No.
But I think that showing that they're a strong team, taking up the victory, will do wonders for their morale heading into playoffs. Because you don't want to have a long loss streak heading into playoffs like that.
No.
Let's see what they start out with. Lulu is a very good early pick here. Really, really strong possibilities with this champion.
Yeah.
There's so many directions you can go with.
Now CLG targeting a lot of what has been successful for XiaoWeiXiao. His mid Lulu and the early pressure it gave, the Karthus. The two big junglers that Rush is kind of most famed for playing. Who else would pull a Lee Sin ban but Rush at this stage of the League of Legends?
Yeah, I know, right? A lot of even the prominent Lee Sin players have started to turn away from him. But definitely deserving that ban there when you're playing against Rush. I really don't think he's gonna lock that in, but it's kind of a joke because that was his 1-2 was Lee Sin and Kha'Zix back in the day for solo queue. And those are the two things he mentioned the first day when he was over here in this post-game interview as his main two champions. They won't reveal what he's gonna use yet. However, talking about those mid-game team fights, you lock in yourself a Rumble and the long-range engage of Leona.
Yeah.
Good start here for Team Impulse. Looking for those mid-game fights to try and combat Counter Logic Gaming. Yeah. And see what direction they go with this Lulu, though.
It's true.
Because I've really actually been waiting. Since CLG have been one of the most prolific double AD teams that we've had in North America, I've been waiting for so long to see if they will actually stick Doublelift on Kog'Maw and try to do a true buff Kog'Maw comp.
In my mind, it's Lulu mid. Even though they did play Lulu support last game, in about like 6 of the last 9, CLG has played Thresh support on Aphromoo and just let him be a big playmaker. It's going to be Alistar this time around. But another playmaking support here for Aphromoo.
A couple of bodyguards here. Rek'Sai and Alistar locking in some knockups. Impulse playing to the crowd. So support Lulu off the tables.
True.
Solo lane Alistar has not been a thing for quite a long time, and neither has jungle Alistar. So probably going to be that solo lane Lulu. Not quite the ZionSpartan type champion. So your guess, Phreak, is looking better and better every second.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Zion wants to play for himself. A lot of the big top laners are still available. Hecarim is up there, Lissandra, Kennen.
The Maokai that's had such huge importance. And by the way, when you look at the way that these teams value the different champions, you group them into what the scrim groups are. And CLG is in that scrim group with Cloud9 that have really, really high importance placed on Maokai, which is still available.
Well, speaking of importance, though, Team Impulse have a big importance placed on starting fights and finishing them fast. Graves and Rumble for the damage output, Leona and Vi to start things off.
CLG, I feel, do have plenty of frontline already, though. Rek'Sai and Alistar are enough knockups, and they already have a Lulu solo lane, so I don't think another tank is a good answer here for CLG. Another damage source along with their AD carry would be good coming from a solo lane, especially since their solo lane is ZionSpartan.
Yeah.
Most probably still to pick his champion. Maybe a good split push threat to deal with so much hard engage. Team fight.
Come out with Tryndamere out of nowhere. Just beat up Rumble with
the AP Tryndamere, that doesn't really work anymore.
No, AD Tryndamere. Jax! I wasn't far off. Jax, the hyper carry top lane. ZionSpartan gets to play it finally. Here in the North American LCS, Doublelift gets his Kalista. And it is mid lane Lulu after all, so big threats here from the Jax and Kalista of CLG. One last pick for Impulse.
The Alistar Kalista combo. Very, very scary as far as the team fights go, because this is where you really get to use both sides of Kalista ultimate, both as a defensive ultimate and an offensive ultimate. Alistar goes in really early, provides a strong front line with his own ultimate to reduce a bunch of damage, and even when he gets low, you can still pull him back out of the fight as well. Yeah. So many options for CLG. They've got split pushing threat. They've got enough tools to hold their own in a team fight if it does come to that.
Absolutely agree. A good varied mix of damage output, a good tank line, a good back line, everything really nice for Counterlogic Gaming. Impulse, though, running a double AD composition. The Corki mid is the pickup here for XiaoWeiXiao. Corki versus Lulu is a lane we saw Link win against Slushi when he was the Corki. We're going to see XiaoWeiXiao try his own hand at this.
And no surprise here. Impulse's take on the double AD carry comp is full offense, and they're engaged. No not peel.
Yeah, no.
They're all about the double AD with forward moving front line. They do not bring disengage with their double AD.
Oh, he changed it last second. Up until literally 1 second to go, XiaoWeiXiao had Ignite, as did the Leona, and I was like, all right, they're going real hard. Double Ignite, double AD. He's got heal after all. Leona went exhaust. I'm sad about it, but it's going to be fun all the same. Now, as the game's about to get underway, start tweeting at LMO Esports with either the hashtag CLG win or hashtag TIP win. Let us know who you think is going to win. Counterlogic Gaming winning right here is going to put themselves at #2 and a first round bye. Team Impulse could play spoiler in this game.
Yes, they could. And the other thing about, Impulse going with the offensive version of double AD and bringing these long-range engaged champions is that they have more tools to pick off a split pusher. Vi and Leona are both great. If they can roam and 2 versus 1 the Jax, good lockdown for punishing a split pusher if ZionSpartan does try and get ahead of himself and venture out past a ward line that CLG can put up. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at the early game here. CLG renowned for the lane swaps, but it's Impulse who have their duo heading top right now.
This is a tricky one. They already used the trinket on Graves and Leona. Normally you can see teams walk into that, like,
speaking of trinkets, there's no trinket on Doublelift, and he has not used the spear with Alistar quite yet either.
He used it on Aphromoo, then rebought it. You get the chance to rebind, I think. I forget the cutoff, but at a certain point you can. But Aphro right now, that red aura at his feet.
I would like to see a... there's definitely not going to be a rebind.
Yeah, I don't think you need to throw.
But it would be cool.
I agree.
Doublelift heads bottom. Aphromoo continues to roam with the rest of the team. Deep vision down on the red side jungle. Interesting how this is a very, very different early start here. No deep wards for Team Impulse. Everybody concentrating their efforts up on this one quadrant.
What it does is actually bypass almost all the ward patterns. As long as they don't reveal themselves by Krugs, Impact does it. Impulse's duo lane could never have been seen over there. And if Rumble had just sat still, CLG wouldn't have known where Rumble went. But now...
Still going to get the swap.
Yeah, they'll get the swap. It's too late now to react by CLG. They just notice a Krugs start, as they would have anyway, I suppose.
Yeah, CLG are going to start helping Xmithie with the Krugs. So that means that they were not in place to group up the minions to get it pushing against them. So CLG, let's see if they decide to try and quickly push and bounce off the turret.
Let's see what they do with all the various lanes right now. It's a freeze for TIP. It is a jungle start by himself for Zion, a double jungle for Impact.
I really doubt CLG even have the ability to freeze that bottom lane for themselves. So
they have a chance to do this though in the mid lane. XiaoWeiXiao doesn't. Yep, has to flash.
So interesting variation there with Zion going for the early level 2 and then ganking with the top laner rather than using support, who has also joined Doublelift in the bottom side. Mid lane, though, attention from the other side of the map from Impulse as Leona roams down. So the very common, everybody passes by mid lane once in a while.
But look at Link, he's standing on the bottom side of the lane.
He very well knows that he should hug the opposite side of the map. CLG plays so many lane swaps. Link in the mid lane, very accustomed to the pressure from their enemy's strong side of the jungle. Double jungle does continue. Big difference here is that Aphromoo has been sitting in lane with Doublelift while Adrian's been roaming the entire time, not leeching experience.
Yeah.
And not gaining levels for himself. So a level 1, very non-threatening Leona, whereas Aphromoo already has the ability to combo level 2 Alistar.
And this is nice by CLG as well. They do push the lane in, but because their jungler and top laner sat in that blue buff jungle for so long, there's no chance for Impact to leech XP. He just get dived and die. So it's essentially a freeze, except they get turret damage too.
Well, knows he has to play safe. He does burn at least the mana for Valkyrie.
It's 100 of this patch, so it's actually a fair bit of mana gone. Aphro and Doublelift able to just hit the turret for free. And again, it's a full denial of XP and gold, just as a freeze would have done.
Getting the damage on the turret though, because they did not start in the lane and group up minions.
Wow, 2 more champions who are good at taking dragons. So CounterLogic Gaming, they're going to be able to pressure the turret. They haven't really lost time jungling. They're going to get the dragon as well. CLG, we talked about the good early game, especially in lane swaps. Yep. Yet again, everything for them.
Yep, plus having just cleared the blue buff jungle of Impulse, it won't respawn. They still have all of CLG has all of their own camps to return to for red side jungle. And Xmithie can just continue on his merry way. See where they're going to send Zion here, though, because the big difference was that Impulse froze that top side. And Apollo has done a good job keeping it in front of his own turret, nurturing that minion wave. So many visits mid paying their toll here on XiaoWeiXiao.
Yeah. Just great Borderlands play from Link overall. Level 5 and Lulu not holding a real minion lead here as XiaoWeiXiao. Wow, some of this up.
The biscuit to top himself off.
Flash Ignite Q could kill him, by the way. Yeah.
What can Rush do here?
A lot of damage, Link.
He can get a full
shields
denting blows off.
But now it's going to be a bad recall for XiaoWeiXiao. He's forced to go back without the timing he would have liked. Well played by Link to bully this lane out. The eastern jungle still being taken by CLG. ZionSpartan just stays to keep pushing mid.
So the pressure mid really allows this follow-up play here, where you, in the lane swap situations, you always want to be smiting the wolves, and Xmithie's able to get that Spirit Wolf and take the camp. Let's see if they circle in on Impact and Adrian. This is a low tower, but still a fairly
5v2. Knockup comes in, Impact is the focus, he can't even move. Adrian will lock up Xmithie. Aphro holds aggro though, and they all get away safely. First blood CLG from all 5 members.
Link wants round 2 here. He's coming back in to cut him off again. The turret very low. Doublelift looking to move up. And they force them back off the turret as well. They can deny this cannon minion wave as well. Rush wants a piece of it though.
Well, you gotta be scared of this one a little bit. All right.
He's got Adrian back up and Lulu went back to mid lane. So Rush able to regain control
but that
for the time being.
Through. Yeesh. All right, CounterLogic Gaming. Oddly enough, only up 400 gold from that first blood in the laning phase. You're seeing some gold still trickling in for Impulse all the same.
Pruning the wave up top. There's Apollo on Graves.
Looks like just minion farm is the primary reason. Now Doublelift with the assist has a BF sword. The same will be there for Apollo when he chooses to recall, does so now. And they send Impact top lane.
Yeah, Apollo just shoved the wave before he had to switch with Impact as well, so that's kind of rude. He's going to leave Impact with the lane shoving into CLG territory. And Apollo grabs some extra cash for himself to allow him to also pick up wards and potions on the back of his BF sword.
And he also opts in for the early blue trinket swap, whereas Doublelift did not. So small changes here based on the players. CLG reallocate resources now after the lane swaps come in. Back to the left side of the map. If there's any pink wards around, they can find it, they can clear him. If there's a kill to be had on Impact, who didn't burn summoners in that last fight, thankfully for him, maybe that's a play.
Top lane here, setting up the gank is the ZionSpartan with his stun. Impact does not have.
Yeah, guess what? Rek'Sai here. He flashes, gets away from the unburrow, and rushes here to counter gank. But so is Alistar. Goes in on Xmithie. They know they can't win the fight anyway. They get a whole bunch of damage down, and they will trade the kill. They're still going in. ZionSpartan gets locked up. Team Impulse might make it a 2-for-1. They do. What a great play.
Rush. I feel like that was a Rush call right there. What a beast. And he has gone with the early skirmishers. Now in this, in general, I really like the skirmisher smite. especially on Vi, who doesn't have a problem clearing AoE camps later. But especially when you're facing a split pusher, Jax is going to be a big problem later, plus a Kalista as the AD carry. The Skirmishers is going to pay off so well in the late game. Both of those guys are really good targets for it, taking down their damage. And Vi with the Skirmishers, you rarely have problems 1v1ing even solo lanes late in the game.
And it's true, but that's one of the things that you can do as a fighter jungler with challenging Smite is actually contest some of these champions if your farm isn't too terrible. And right now, junglers both out farming the top laners at this point in the game. Team Impulse, thankfully, are actually able to trade some of those kills back and forth so that Impact's not too far behind. We watch now in the bottom lane, though, you've got to be afraid of what a Kalista and Alistar can do to you. Doublelift doing a great job of, just look at that. Cuts back and forth, got like 4 full damage Rens off onto Apollo, but making sure you could trigger onto a minion at the same time and reset with it.
Yeah, the old strengths of CLG with their laning phase of the duo still definitely there for the squad. Will they be able to deal with Rush, though? Because Rush got a huge experience boost with that double up top.
Yeah.
He got level 6 off one of the kills and immediately used the ultimate to grab the second. So the cooldown will come up fairly quickly as well, even with damage being reduced on it now. Repeat gank here from Xmithie, though. Second time, he's going to have to deal with the Rumble ultimate.
Buys him some time, though. ZionSpartan and Xmithie.
Skirts around the equalizer.
Yeah. Chilling Smite was used for that gank, and it didn't turn into anything. So, good disengage. Impact only trading an ult.
Holding his own up in that top lane. I was going to call back to when Apollo pushed the lane before leaving, and he's sort of being the one to expose Impact to that early gank there, but it was such a clean answer from Rush arriving right on time to counter gank. And it did not cost Impact at all, and he fends off another attempt from Xmithie.
Wow.
Right.
Clear a tunnel, kill a ward, pink ward up there.
Oh, I thought XiaoWeiXiao was going to steal that. He saw it with the...
Where's the rocket, bro?
I know, right? He saw it. Rush, though, since there's been so much attention from Xmithie top, he doesn't make Impact go back and buy his own wards. He comes to supply them. What a good jungler. Rush, being a bro, comes in with True Sight as well as a deep green that was just cleared out.
Yeah. Just gives further proof to blame the jungler if you get ganked without wards. It was Rush's job all along. Impact, thanks to Rush, though, is holding a nice 1-level lead over ZionSpartan. And plenty of stats too. Haunting guys down on the recall. They both burn teleport to get back into lane. Dragon is up, but neither top laner can show easily. Bottom lane fighting. Nice jump in on a Doublelift. The good knockup, but exhaust means a lot. Double forced to flash.
Adrian not 6, though, so... Oh, he got it off a minion!
What a great
off the minion!
Wow, down goes Doublelift. Aphromoo is 6. The flash stun. Rush is here. He's got Assault and Battery. Is it going to be enough? The answer might just be yes, but it's no.
All right. So I want to take a look at that replay to see if he started the fight when he had a Targon execute at level 5, made the initial fight, and then backed off to kill, I think it was 2 minions to grab level 6. Turn around for the Solar Flare after Doublelift was lulled into a false sense of confidence. But yeah, they get the Dragon off the back of that one. So Impulse making a really good case in the early game here. CLG thought that Impulse were going to showcase their improvements. Zion's here, he's getting burned.
Equalizer, oh, it misses! Zion outplays it! Impact misplayed that one a little.
Pretty good outplay there from Zion. He does have the wave on his own side of the map here, but Link's been called up to shove. It does cost Link, though. XiaoWeiXiao already was ahead of him in farm on the Corki, and that's just going to further the lead here for XiaoWeiXiao because Link spent time roaming. So level 5, he doesn't even have the Targon execute, actually. So he's just going to go up auto the low minions. It was just one.
Hits it.
Yeah, it was just one low minion. Didn't even have the execute ready. Grabs a level 6. Wow. So they were really, CLG were not expecting the level 5 all in.
Yeah.
And Adrian able to outplay there. Going with 1 minion worth of experience left.
Sure. I mean, even before the ult, they won the trade burning both with double summoners. Like, even that was worth. So TIP going once again onto Aphromoo, who is missing the ulti for a few seconds, but Xmithie's there for the counter gank. Nice ult by Double to keep the man alive, but Apollo's getting to deal free damage to the backside.
Rush
here to join. Can they get enough? Yes, they will. That's one. Xmithie
got a double.
gonna get in with the flash. Oh my God, they're all dead. A 3-for-1 for Impulse.
Notice how Rush, here comes Link.
Ball breaker into the face. Combo comes in. Wild Growth to do the same. And Rush in a really close fight. Oh my God, he lived. Are you kidding me? And wow, Link, careful, buddy. Wow. And that's a turret too.
Rush, can you please stop? You're going to make people play Vi again, and they're going to nerf her again. I don't want another round of nerfs, please. Favorite champion, don't do it. All right, well, let's look here. So one of the things that, as you said, they go back on Aphromoo when he doesn't have his ult. The Graves ult, you can see Apollo was hesitating. It was like, is Doublelift going to use the ult quickly? So Graves ult does go to waste, but once again, Rush jumps in. He knows that point-blank buckshot actually did way more than I thought it was going to do. But you can see where Rush uses Vi ultimate on the higher health target that's further away because you get the pass-through damage on the assault battery. So he gets both with it on his way to the final kill. And then this was just pure luck. I mean, he's chugging a post.
Pix like gets blocked by Apollo.
Oh.
Or the Pix damage, the little Pix.
Yeah, that's a rare thing that people are not aware of. The missile that comes from Pix is not attached to your auto attack. It's a separate thing. It's
like a bunch of skill shots. That
exactly. It's another skill shot that will get blocked by minions or other players.
Yeah. So
the defense there from Apollo actually able to save his life. It wasn't luck. It was the combination of chugging the potion early there for Rush and Apollo taking the whatever Pix's auto attack is called.
It's just called Pix Fairy Companion. It just says fires bolts of mystical fairy energy.
Stick.
Why not?
All right, back to mid lane here though, where blue buff Corki is as annoying as ever. XiaoWeiXiao level 11 as well. That's the huge boost for Corki. Blue buff level 11. Very, very annoying rocket spam.
Looks like the team allocating a few resources mid as Adrian stays with XiaoWeiXiao. Turret very low on health. Aphromoo and Xmithie both playing defense as well, but this now leaves Doublelift left alone in the bottom lane with no contest from Team Impulse just yet. Rush also making a nice move to get to the top lane. ZionSpartan could be in a 1v3, but no dive happens for Impulse here. We're just kind of trading minion farm back and forth. Doublelift shove bottom, picked up by Apollo. It's going to go back down to the other side of the map.
And a little bit of restraint shown there from Impulse.
There's actually a lot MAA. I don't know if Apollo knows if CLG is waiting in the lane brush for him. They see 3 mid now, and they
Adrian comes in just to show that Impulse have numbers. Trying to sway to the all-in there from CLG. Works out, and they return to the 1-3-1. Apollo split pushing down bottom. As you said, though, very, very limited ward coverage here for Impulse. And they're playing extremely aggressively, very overextended. It does bite them this time, so Impact does get a 3-man gank up top. However, they are getting a turret down bottom. The 1-3-1, the other side.
Xmithie's here, though. Impulse
at this point
could be a bit outnumbered. Apollo looking for the battle, misses the ulti. No, puts on the Link. Just kidding. That was on
target,
purpose. Exactly on target. Link rotates through the rest of Impulse. Bot lane's still going to go down. It ends up being a 1-for-1 and better turrets for TIP.
All right, man, what an early game from Team Impulse here. CLG were expecting improvements, but I think the thing they were not taking into account were the aggressive plays from Rush.
Yeah.
We cautioned against it early on. Some of the times the plays backfire. These ones have been very bold choices, but if you land your Vault Breaker and you get the full damage there, you see the benefits of not hesitating. Okay, so here's the double roam, the other view that you are looking for. The double lockdown here from the Leona Vi. We thought initially that those were going to be used to pick off the split pusher. Works just as well as catching Lulu in transition.
Yeah. And you saw CLG's plan this game. They banned Nidalee, they banned Lee Sin, They
Target
picked
rush,
Rek'Sai.
yeah.
Rush picks Vi and goes like, what were your band supposed to do this game exactly, guys? Because
taking his anger out on Xmithie and the rest of CLG because he's been fighting 3v2. His first fight was a 3v2. He's continually taking every single fight at a numbers disadvantage, trying to clean up for the rest of his team. And Impulse benefiting greatly from their offensive play. Oh, what
a nice solar flare! Down goes Link. Yeah, that's good. Just had to interrupt you because that was a nice shot.
So Rush right there, he has flash. He was looking to go for another 100%. He actually could have done it, but once again, a little bit of restraint dashed in with these aggressive plays because they don't have the deep ward coverage. He would have to commit everything, his flash and his ultimate and his smite, to be able to pull that off. Yeah. And there was the possibility of it being turned around on with reinforcements from CLG, so he doesn't decide to burn everything. Instead, take the advantage that they already had gained. Try and get something down here with CLG. They're just knocking down all turrets.
They've ballooned a massive lead. XiaoWeiXiao got his first taste of blood in that kill right there, but he's already at 200 minion kills, already had a Triforce. He's already been a big battering ram for turrets, a trebuchet maybe, and it's going to be another turret going down. Impulse playing demolition this game. No turrets dropped themselves, but they've got 4.
So if this game continues at the current pace here, and Impulse are able to take it, remember this will be another tiebreaker. Yep. CLG are going to have another chance at retaining their second seed. If they don't come back in this game, then they will have to go up against Cloud9 for the honors.
And this is the Impulse that's number 3 right now in the North American Power Rankings. People consider these guys to be a real threat for the playoffs, a very, very scary team, potentially better than they actually look in the standings.
They're so inconsistent, though. People continually have these questions.
I really do.
You really think they're sleeping for all of these
I really
middle season games?
He counterpicked himself.
They're quite
twice.
Teams are very, very outspoken about how XiaoWeiXiao is very free with those self-counter picks in scrims and free with his playstyle in scrims. So could very well be the case because they do not look like they're playing around in this game.
Oh my god, no, it's brutal and it's so fun to watch great teams play League of Legends, especially when they're aggressive ones because it means they get to yell more often. And Team Impulse, now what is their next aggressive play? They've already gotten Dragon number 2.
What's the XiaoWeiXiao needlessly large rod Corki?
Yes!
That's their next play.
Luden's Echo Corki.
Talking about playing around. Oh man, those are going to be
for the last 2 weeks of waiting for this build.
Rockets.
It's going to be miserable. I didn't know if it was going to be this build. So here's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So back in the expansion tournament, Team Fusion's AD carry Niantanso did this weird Magic Pen Corki where it Triforce Sork Shoes haunting guys.
Yeah.
Like just for the frickin' rocket poke. And he's like, supposed to make sense, the poke, right?
Right. These are the things that people play around with, though. It's like the Rek'Sai when she was first released. All AP mid, just sitting there throwing Prey Seekers from the mid lane. But XiaoWeiXiao going to pull it out here.
Yep.
They do have a substantial lead with which to work with.
Oh, no.
They're sitting on a ward, so that would not work out.
Headbutt it back into the wall. All right, Impulse a bit pensive here. They know the risk of getting engaged on by a flash Alistar would knock someone right into the turret and likely kill them. The one-on-one in the bottom lane, though, ZionSpartan undeterred, but maybe he should be. Impact putting out a ton of damage. The Hex Drinker getting worn down. It's close, but no. ZionSpartan flashes away. Can't quite land the harpoon, but Resh is behind him.
He's got nowhere for Zion to go.
Nice job, Impact.
This game is just outplays. Individual outplays, team outplays. Impulse is smashing this game. Wow, our last 2 games actually, Phreak.
Yeah. Starts one way, goes the other, but they're just fun to watch all the same. And if the game goes this way, guys, we have 2 more matches tonight, so
yeah,
stick around.
Don't be too disappointed, CLG fans. You do get to see one of the classic matchups, CLG versus Cloud9 later, if they aren't able to come back in this one. But man, big hype. Oh, Apollo, really good outplay there.
Gets away from this one. They knock in Adrian. Will that be the target or not? Bang! Boom! bunch of dives go in, and Doublelift gonna be the target. First casualty there, but low health is all around. Adrian falls, 2 for 1 so far. Zion goes back in, 2 for 2. And as these teams fight, it's Team Impulse left standing with the minion wave. They want this turret, they're getting a lot of it. The 3 big carries of Impulse are the ones still alive, and CLG forced to respect that. Turret goes down. Aphromoo gets slowed down. He's gonna be another casualty of war.
Impulse do not have a stop button. They are all go all the time.
That's what they said when they first made the team.
All of the, the impulsive team here. They have all of the secondary turrets down by 23 minutes. One of the quickest at getting to this stage in the game. Let's see if they can actually finish it out. I do definitely want to see XiaoWeiXiao complete his Luden's Echo first, though. Well, he's got the cash to do it.
Plenty of.
Yeah, look at him right now. He's like, yes, yes.
He even did it too. He
Luden
wrings his hands. Woo! And oh no, is that Haunting, guys? He's going Leandries? Oh, he is. It's full poke Corki. So I'm just really excited.
You sound like a.
He's one of my favorite champions.
All right, well, why didn't he just go Lich Bane then? All right, so there was the flash from Apollo, able to get out of Alistar's combo. And so Alistar has to choose Leona instead, who says, thanks. That gives me perfect positioning to go in on Doublelift. And Rush follows up immediately. XiaoWeiXiao, I believe, flashing into the fight as well to gain distance and then Valkyrie back out to lay down the extra damage. Zion, once again, cornered.
Yeah. Cornered in the middle of the lane.
Surrounded, I guess. Maybe not cornered.
Ah. Not to disagree with you. I just meant it for emphasis. Nowhere to go, despite blue sky everywhere. Counterlogic Gaming looking for...
Can they get an outer turret? Can they buy a turret? Can CLG please buy an objective? Yes, they can.
Alrighty, it costs Zion's life, but they get it. First structure kill for CLG of the game. They are down 10,000 gold 25 minutes in. Impulse let Rush finish Dragon. That's number 3 for them. CLG can get the timer just by seeing the swirls around Apollo.
They bought that objective with the blood of ZionSpartan and a Dragon. Paid the iron price for that one.
Well, CLG hoping for a bit more iron in their veins in this one. Red buff going to be taken over by Rush. Okay, smites it, just make sure. But more and more this sort of jungle end game keeps going Impulse's way. And I just want to see what happens next for these guys. Haunting guys, yep, that was quickly I should say, picked up by XiaoWeiXiao. Poke Corki, I'm just waiting for the rocket. It's going to be like 400 damage, and everyone's going to cry a little bit.
I'm actually a little surprised that Rush didn't go full damage here, but he needs that extra tankiness to pull off these deep plays he's going for. He wants the 1v1 to solo laner. As I said, he doesn't have problems 1v1. However, Doublelift is in the area, Aphromoo in the area, XiaoWeiXiao is in the area, so it would not be a fair fight. He does have a level advantage on the solo laner, though. Plus skirmishers might mean easy pickings.
Oh, man. Link. Yeah, put the ults down. Oh, he dodges the collateral damage, though, but the flash for Apollo will be enough. Crits him at the end. Link trading his ult for a flash in the enemy team, and another kill picked up for Impulse here. Doublelift playing wave clear. He will stay safe, but Impulse now into the base. Bottom inhibitor turret under fire. XiaoWeiXiao will have to back off for now, but it's down to 2/3. There's the poke. Less impressive than I was hoping.
Let's see those little purple dots spill out. Oh, man, that was crazy.
There, see how Doublelift took damage. Either way, though, this turret not long for the world. Impulse rotating back and forth mid lane. Actually still on the doorstep of that turret.
You know what? I am not sold on the Luden's Echo Corki. It does look cool, though. He's got blue buff, so he should be walking around right now. Why isn't he charging it up?
No, you're absolutely right.
He's got full charges.
He's not used to it. Turret's nearly dead. CLG still wave clearing to the best of their abilities. Oof, good dodge by Doublelift.
This is why everybody loves XiaoWeiXiao so much.
More wave clear for Corki, I don't know. Either way, their minion wave coming. They only... Oh, CLG pinged the ward behind Team Impulse.
Zion's is waiting in base too. Does he have... No, he doesn't even have boots. He does not. He definitely doesn't have home guards.
They want this fight. In goes Alistar. Who are they going to find? Aphromoo doesn't have help. Knocks up Rush. Zion from the side. There's the dive in the back line as Adrian finds somebody. Zion, though, not able to duel the back line. And the double AD carry is going to take down Jax, or at least push him out. There's the dive as Xmithie falls. But will there be any counterattack damage? Both junglers have died, but the minion wave once again here for Impulse, and it means the inhibitor turret goes down. In the 4v4, Impulse can stay. They look for the inhibitor.
Wow, they chased off Zion off their backline with 3 members.
Oh,
At the
dead.
same time, Rush goes for a tower dive. Yeah, but Impact got a kill as well.
Yeah, but hold on. Apollo is very screwed right now as just damage comes through from Doublelift. It's 2 for 1 on the backside here for CLG. Zion does not have flash, and Impact runs too fast now.
Plus, Impact does have flash. Even if Aphromoo catches him.
He's got Mobies, so maybe Rek'Sai, they really, really want Impact. Where's the headbutt pulverize?
Find a wall, Impact. Find a wall.
Oh no!
Wow, this game, even Aphromoo making mechanical mistakes for CLG.
You see how slow he moved off of that harpoon? It breaks Mobies, and he's got a Rylai's. He's just like crawling. Man, Impulse though, they drop down the inhibitor. Dragon 4 spawns in just over 2 minutes. Baron is on the map here. And Impulse have been in control of almost every single fight for the last 15 minutes.
All right, let's take a look at this one. Initiation from CLG. Aphromoo got into the middle. Impulse stretched out their squad so well. Everybody spread out away from the Alistar, AoE from the Kalista ultimate. And then they afford to have 3 people chase off ZionSpartan while Rush goes for a dive. All right.
There you go. Baron on the respawn. Why not?
What an
It's on Dragon. Yeah, I think there's no contest for this one. 2,000 health left, and Baron goes down. Rush picks it up for himself. Frozen Heart and Randuin's done. Pretty tanky Vi.
Yeah, I have to say with the tank meta and the full defense junglers, all the Cinder Hulks and top lane tanks and support tanks, this game definitely delivering with the action and not long drawn out team fights. They definitely brought the damage to bear.
And so now enough money to buy Leandris, but first they want the top inhibitor turret. ZionSpartan shoved down bot lane, got a turret for himself, and then recalled back to defend.
Now they already have a Leandris on Rumble, and Leandris with Corki, you don't really have slows.
It's for just the R damage
in there as well,
bro.
So,
see?
sick.
AP Corki, bro.
Hybrid Corki, bro.
That's true. Either way, CLG now losing their second inhibitor of the game, and TIP just going to go right back to the top lane here.
The tippy top. Hey! 25 seconds left on Dragon. Will it decide to clean up inhibitors or split decision? Let's go back to base, buy up, and take our next Dragon. That will be number 4.
Wow. And they bought more wards than other items there on the recall, so Vision's still the priority. Even though Impulse are looking to siege the base, they're still going to make sure that whatever they do is still safe around the map. Not all-inning just for the game to end, but to make sure that they are in control to do so. Blue buff going to go to Corki in this one, and they are in position soon for draft.
How long has Link had that Soul Stealer? It's at 5 stacks right now. Did he just buy it for the late game comeback?
I'm pretty certain.
He's throwing the Hail Mary here with the Soul Stealer, hoping that they get a great team fight and it can snowball it maybe.
Now, speaking of Hail Mary, Xmithie throws out the Prey Seeker at Dragon. Prayers are not answered. And Impulse look for top lane again. Bottom inhibitor respawns soon. Baron buff timing out. Actually, there's still a minute left. Plenty of time left for that one, actually.
I'm deciding whether I like that last one or not. I guess I kind of liked it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, well, they do have only one inhibitor left. Let's take a look at the Baroned up Corki. Now the hybrid Corki's got extra ability power and attack damage, and there's your Leandris. Phreak completed and ready to roll.
It's Brouk. Bam! Look at that! Look at that! That's the tank.
All right, well, turret goes down. Looks like Baroned up team
with the fight on. All right, here we go. Equalizer on the back line. It's going to kind of separate CLG. Zion forced to jump out, dies to a rocket thanks to Magic Pen. Second kill picked up. That is Link falling down. And Doublelift now forced to run away. Impact goes in. He's got the turret on top of him, though, and he goes down. A kill finally for CLG, but it's only 2 members standing. Rush Hour against the world. Can they do enough damage? Doublelift crit on the fountain. Aphromoo back in the side. saddle as well, and now it's going to be the game. Team Impulse 20 kills to 10. A great game overall, very aggressive. And they're going to end the season taking down Counter Logic Gaming. And this means we will end our day with 2 tiebreakers.
What a statement heading into playoffs here for Team Impulse. And CLG got to be a little bit worried. They've been so confident all split. Golden Age.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
CLG can still fight for that second place spot. At worst, they still end third, which is pretty darn good for CLG.
Oh, it's great for CLG.
Yeah.
They would really miss that first round playoff bye.
Yeah.
But as we said, you know, one more chance.
Yes.
Versus Cloud9, they need to regroup quickly.
Yeah, they do. I do want to talk about Team Impulse, though. In the last 9 games of the split, they played every single team. They lost a game to Dignitas. They lost a game to Team 8. Everyone else, by the way, those teams might not even be in the playoffs. Dignitas isn't, Team 8 might not be. Team Impulse has beaten every other playoff team the last time they met them. Impulse are a very scary team when it looks like they're taking the game seriously. CLG, who's known for their power in lane swaps, their mid-game strengths, their rotational play, couldn't even kill a turret against Impulse for 20 minutes.
The thing is, wow, yes, Rush looked like a god this time around because every aggressive play that he went for worked out.
Yeah.
If the first domino in that chain of aggressive plays falls in the other favor, in CLG's favor,
that's true.
And he continues to make those type of plays, those are the times when we see Impulse fall. And that's why there's such a huge discrepancy between Impulse wins and Impulse losses.
Yeah.
Is because they put a lot on those aggressive early plays.
Yeah.
And sometimes they lose a lot. You know, they bet on red every time. Sometimes it does not come up red.
I absolutely agree with you. And actually, that loss to Team 8. That was the 2-7-8 Jarvan game from Rush, where he started the game like 0-5-0 by camping Slushy and giving him a bunch of kills. So you're right. The aggression can backfire. You roll the dice. I do think Impulse's dice are actually a bit loaded. It does seem to come up red for them a lot more. I know I'm mixing metaphors now. Someone took a paintbrush to the roulette table for Team Impulse, but I think that actually goes in their favor in a best of 5. That's what Impulse are playing for the rest of this split now, is best of 5s in the quarterfinals, in the semifinals, and maybe the finals for these guys. If it works 80% of the time, you got a real good shot at winning a BO5 off of Rush's aggression. So I'm looking forward to this team. They're going to look really good. They will be facing their quarterfinal match against Gravity. That'll be a good match as well. They also like to roll the dice. It's going to be fun. But for now, to get the inside story on that decisive